Pokimane is very desperate now. I don't know. I'm out of the loop. Last thing I've heard is that she finally found a boyfriend. I guess she's no longer celibate. This is by WestJett. We're gonna look at it. Also, please consider liking, subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll just jump in. Yeah, last update was that she was in fact that she does in fact have a boyfriend. I don't know where this man spawned. Remember, guys, if she talks about her manager, this goes mostly for guys. If she talks about the manager, boys, I have bad news for you. I have very bad news for you. That's not the manager. That is not the manager. That is the boyfriend. If a VTuber talks about a manager, that's the boyfriend, not a manager. Chances are, she's dating her mods. Guys, do not fall for this. It's a honeypot. Your Oshi might be one.
Massive day for the unemployed. Pokimane is in big trouble again, and boy oh boy, the internet is pissed. People are speculating that she got a boyfriend, the Neighbour from solo leveling. But actually, who the f cares?
The what? The solo leveling? Yeah, that's the boyfriend. That's the boyfriend.
About this? Literally nobody, but the way Pokimane addressed this was suspicious and caused controversy. Basically, she uploaded this
See, as a flat woman, she has good. She can have a large cleavage. You're not gonna see shit anyways. Funny. Yeah, that's the boyfriend. That is him. That is him. Supposedly the neighbor. I don't know how we're starting to date our neighbors suddenly, but yeah, that's the neighbor.
Gym TikTok with this mysterious guy who she herself started to call her neighbor, and boy oh boy were people not buying any of that. FouseyTube just said lol.
It's also like, apparently she lost like 40% of revenue and viewership on the day this was found out and seen. As far as I am aware, at least from what I've seen on Twitter, so
Oh, Akbar!
I mean, it's so obvious. Just say he your man. Nobody will care. I feel like she straight up did more filming than lifting at the gym, but whatever. That's besides the point. Boba at the gym as well is crazy work. Again, we don't know if they're dating or not. She might be doing this just to help her bottom line, to keep her name in the news cycle. But the way she was getting pressed over it and kind of explaining herself was peculiar to me.
Lord Drop, I have to introduce you to a recurring character in my life. This is Chris, also known as Sunkiss. Also known as my neighbor. Also known as my neighbor.
Yeah, nobody's buying that shit. Nobody's buying it. She isn't even flat, though. I mean, she kinda is. It's not, you know, flat. Yeah, it is an ironing board flat, but it's still flat enough. Why are we talking about her boobs anymore? Like, stop. Interesting though. That is not the neighbor, buddy. We know that's not the neighbor.
Neighbor.
Whoa, lady, it's Neighbour, no hard R.
We met at one of those everybody in the building gets together kind of parties. And then there were board games for people in the building, so we got to know each other at board game nights.
I mean, realistically,
yeah, so you met up with the dude, right? And he cooks for you. Yeah, buddy, nobody's believing you. That's got to be bait. Nobody's believing that is the neighbor. I'm sorry. That there's no way anybody believes this. There's no way any man on this earth believes that she's the neighbor, that he's the neighbor and she's the neighbor. Nobody believes it. Stop. Bro, just be honest and say it's your boyfriend. What is this with women being weird about sharing the fact that they have a boyfriend? At least it gets rid of the fucking unicorns. You should be happy.
if he is just her neighbor, why does she feel the need to, like, explicitly state that to people? Is she convincing us or herself?
Chris cooks a lot, gyms a lot, and he sings. Chris, sing.
Yeah, and these two were just roommates, well, until she stole his McLaren.
Wait, actually that happened? That happened? Wait, that happened to XQC? That's honestly kind of funny. I feel bad for him, kind of, but kind of not. Yeah, there's nobody believes that. Not a single person believes that they're just neighbors. Maybe they're just farming it for the bit, but like, I don't get it.
Damn, I'm pretty boring.
Okay, me too.
The way they look at each other, come on, bruh. Just
yeah, nah, bro. Nah, you don't look, nah, no way, you don't, her is like, okay, but his is definitely telling. That's no neighbor. That's no neighbor. That nope. I guess celibate Pokey is over, right? No more celibacy for her, I guess.
Admitted at this point. Besides, incels are preoccupied anyway. The Mog Wars are going on. Clavicular got frame mogged by
The Mog Wars. Mog War 2. Where are the military uniforms? Jeez.
the ASU frat leader, and now the Rank 2 Chad Adrigetic is
Bruh, that's funny. That's funny.
landing in America and actively searching for the ASU frat leader. Linking up with legends like Connor Murphy and crypto grifters like Andrew Tate. Anyway.
Oh, and he sings a lot of songs in China/in Chinese.
Funny.
Albeit, nobody bought the explanation.
Yeah, he could play it. You know why didn't nothing happen when no sound happened? Because it got copyrighted and he had to remove it.
But sure, she explained herself and, leave it as it is. But then she went on a podcast and kept going on about it.
I posted a gym video with my neighbor.
I saw that. Was it actually your neighbor?
Even her podcast co-host is questioning her.
Anyways, I'm laughing because I posted that, and I don't know. You know how Twitter is. I actually don't see how Twitter is because I don't really like to be on Twitter.
On the WestJett channel, we're very on.
Yeah, nobody buys that either. Nobody buys that either. There's so many videos of you making dumbass tweets. Yeah, I'm not often on Twitter. Shut the fuck up. We're all addicted to Twitter. We're all Twitter piggy slop eaters. Stop it. Stop it. We are the pigs. We're not humans. We're pigs. And we eat the slop. Stop it. Listen. Listen. When somebody says that has a Twitter account, they're not often on Twitter. They're lying. They're lying to you, and they're doing it as naturally as they breathe. Stop it. She's lying. She spends hours on Twitter.
Honest, and that's a very, smart thing to do. Good job. You never wrestle with a pig. You both get dirty, but the pig likes it.
But I see how my fans are like, why are people on Twitter being weird? And then people on Twitter were like, imagine having to hide your partner because your community's gonna freak out. And then my whole community is like, oh my god, cute video!
I didn't know the Cope Olympics were going on as well.
The coping is crazy. Cope, seethe, and dilate. I don't know. You are not me. You are the pig. You're sitting here watching a streamer react to videos. You are the piggiest of them all.
I'm like, it just feels like
Okay,
two entirely different worlds.
we on Twitter's just
Wait, isn't that just like isn't that Lily Pichu? Am I wrong? I think this is Lily Pichu.
very bad.
Like, obviously it's bad. Nobody's forcing you to go on there. Go on Reddit or something.
Even if she had a public relationship, and speaking from experience, you
Who
still
has
get
a
shit. If you hide it because you want to keep your private life private, you still get shit on, no matter what.
I'm gonna keep my private life private. That's why I'm gonna take a photo of my brother's wedding. Oh, actually not. Instagram gets the brother's wedding. Twitter gets my ass. Yeah.
What you do,
You gonna get
you gonna get
on.
shit on, bro.
Okay, two-part. One, I've always been like a more private person, but more so in the sense where it's like, people just don't need to hear every detail ever. One.
Right. Then why do we need to see your gym session?
Ah, yes, that's when we got the gym session. That's where we got the gym session, I
get what she's saying. She wants to keep her stream career away from her personal life. Fair enough.
We all need masks.
If you come from
True and real. I also don't tell everything. A lot of things, but not everything. Things that are too private, stay private.
a North African or Middle Eastern family, you know every single one of your aunties is looking at everything like this. So like I would never publicize the thing anyways, because in our culture, like
Really? She has to mention that she's North African? Is this her dad? Okay, joking, but speaking of jail.
Man, Pokimane in this jail. Straight up.
Poor Techie. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's been happening to this man is crazy. Wow. Yeah, well, how does it look from inside the jail, Techie? Just saying, because like people say you're guilty. How does it look? Crazy. Tectone behind bars. Well, his head is still as bald and shiny as it always was. So there's not a big deal, right? He still has a proper mirror around.
A couple bars ain't enough to keep in a real like me. I may have lost my guns for 10 years, but at least my Genshin Impact baddies are with me. They're older than 10 too, I think.
You don't really talk about relationships till you're
They're older than 10 too, I think. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy edit. Crazy voiceover.
married anyways.
Something ain't adding up here. First, she gets engaged to herself, and now she's making TikToks with somebody. I love how she pulls up Moroccan heritage up sometimes when she's literally just a stereotypical California rich girl for 99% of the time. She's biracial like logic.
Pokimane has lost 40% of her viewers and donations because she let everybody know she has a boyfriend.
This guy's 40% of the 40%.
And now, apparently, to save the community that supports her, she's now saying that the dude is her neighbor.
This guy said, how you
That is, nah, bro. That's true though. How are you 35 and scared to admit that that's your boyfriend? Yeah, it's actually quite simple because she doesn't want to alienate the Sims that she built, right? That's like the problem with a lot of these female streamers is that they act like they're available when they're not. This person's just versus say Pokimane. Pokimane! Well, nowadays you do not know what is between those legs. It's Schrodinger's penis. There's a 50% chance she actually has a penis. Don't forget that there's a 50% chance that there's something hanging there. Just saying. Just saying. They're pretty good nowadays. They can do this pretty well. They can hide this well. Careful. It might have a cock.
35 and scared to admit that's your boyfriend.
Back to what I was saying. These female streamers act like they're available so they can, so like the parasocial dudes believe that they have a chance when they never had the chance to begin with. Honestly, not surprising. It pays well, but it makes sense why they would do it.
Bro, every time she calls him her neighbor, come on. I imagine the simps drop off and the paychecks dry up if she's taken. Who doesn't love dunking on Pokimane? But truthfully, I don't think she needs the money, and I'm honestly sorta inclined to believe her that the reason she's never disclosed a boyfriend is due to privacy, because she was straight up one of the first people on Twitch to put—
Yeah, due to privacy. Well, then she just shows him? Then she just shows him. Like, something's not adding up, right? Let's say it's actually your boyfriend, right? Like, it doesn't add up that privacy's the reason, because, like, if it's privacy, then you would never mention you have a boyfriend in the first place. You wouldn't do that, so this doesn't make particularly any much sense. That doesn't make much sense. It just doesn't. There's no logic behind it.
a donation cap onto her stream. And let's be honest, the optics here aren't in her favor. But also, with Pokimane's track record, it might just be about the attention and viewership rather than the money, so who knows?
We're talking thousands of fans expressing everything from heartbreak to genuine
Nose ring. I'm careful what the opinion is.
anger, many saying that this is the end of her career. The comments ranged from "I'm unsubscribing" to "you betrayed your fans" to even worse. Some fans felt personally deceived, while others accused her of leading them on.
Bro from Bangladesh straight up thinks the streamer's into him because she acknowledged him in her Twitch chat, which is more attention than any woman has shown to him outside of his mother.
Female streamers are facing the same parasocial expectation.
Outside of his mother? Isn't it aside from his mother? Huh.
And let's be real here, this disproportionately affects women. Male streamers date publicly all the time without the same backlash. And the question that everyone
It's also no, you need to realize that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing. If there was a male streamer that does this, and they do, right, where they lead on their fan base, acting like they're available, flirty, right, that thing. That does exist. Look at male VTubers. Vox Akuma is a big example of that, right? Acting like he's available, then he dates like people. This has nothing to do with it. It's simply to do with the fact that female streamers are affected by this because they use the ability to act like they're available for their own personal gain. That's usually how it goes. And of course, people crash out because people are incredibly parasocial about that. Like, if she was disclosing from the get-go that she has a boyfriend, right? And she was like, you know what, fuck it. Whoever leaves, leaves. That'd be a different story. But she's still acting like she's available.
Everyone's asking me now is, should female content creators have to hide their personal lives to maintain their careers?
Agree and disagree because, bruh, it's just how Pokimane built her career in the first place. A lot of streamers and girls out there have normal audiences despite having boyfriends. Also, bruh, you can't be serious. This is the exact type of content you see people making when they just get into a relationship trying to be all cutesy poopsy. That's your boyfriend? Y'all ask more questions than my parents. I'll post a lore drop soon. Also, bruh, Pokimane's losing followers every month and she averaged...
Yeah, she averaged like 8,000 viewers. Were you gonna say the S word? What S word? Slut? Stupid? Whatever. I mean, yeah, she does. This is nothing special particularly.
Is under 10,000 viewers. No, like, I straight up didn't know this, but she peaked in 2020 and then just kind of fell off. And she only has 800...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, so she peaked in 2020 and her numbers are absolutely horrendous? Like, current active subs, that's 834. Paid active subs, 650. She isn't doing that well anymore. Seduce, dummy. Why the fuck are you censoring seduce? Why? Why are you doing that? But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it is, in a way, seduction. Oh, the seduction.
Active subs, bro. What the f?
I just got off a flight and my Valentine's dinner is in 2 hours, so please help me pick a dress.
If you're supposedly not dating anyone, how are you...
If you're not dating anybody, why are you surprised at flowers? A lot of flowers. Why do you have a Valentine's dinner? Hold up. Wait a minute. These things do not add up. That does not add up. It doesn't add up at all. Stop. It doesn't add up.
Having a Valentine's dinner with what, your parents? 2 years, countless dates, met the parents, traveled the world, and still no ring? Oh, the joke is that they're friends. Ah, didn't laugh. Even Reddit was calling her out. Why does she have to be so weird about it? LMFAO, holy sh... Business model. Seems a little forced and performative of her, but I guess that's what influencer couples are these days. If he's genuine and they're both looking for the same things long term, then good for her. She's turning 30 this year according to Google. Hey, yo, hey, yo. This guy is actually insane.
Neighbor. I mean, yes. He's just a neighbor. Miskiff gets a cortisol spike after finding out Pokimane has a boyfriend. Well, one less woman to abuse.
Pokimane is experiencing 40% less viewership and donations hard after launching her relationship.
At this point, just subscribe to my channel if you think Miskiff is the most annoying person on the internet.
Yeah, he is. Kind of. Also, like, cortisol spike. Really? Really?
Internet. Holy f***, we just hit 10 million subs. The situation was so stupid, in fact, it literally stun-locked the debunker.
My body doesn't know how to react.
Stun-locked XQC. But then again, XQC gets stun-locked when he tries to say some words, speak some proper sentences. So, I'm not surprised. Anyways, Pokimane has a boyfriend. Let's clap. Wee! She did it. She did it. Finally. She can finally stop making videos about how great it is to be single. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.